Hello and welcome to the Let's Go G Show presented by the UNCG Alumni Association. I'm your host, Meg Sloggett, and next to me is the softball coach, Janelle Breneman. Janelle, it's nice to finally have you on the show. I think I've told you I have a huge soft spot for softball, and so I've been really excited to get this interview aired, and we're already over halfway through the season, and here you are.
Well, thank you, Meg. Appreciate being on the show and really appreciate all that you've been doing for Spartan Athletics. It's hard to believe that we are in week 10 of our season thus far. It's just going by so quickly. We're really plugging away, working on, getting better each and every weekend out, and knowing that our conference is very competitive. 1 through 7, it's just kind of a wide open field.
Overall, you guys are 27-18, and in conference, you're 4-5. So how are you feeling about the results this season so far?
We sure would like to be better than 4-5 in conference. Like I said, our conference is very strong. It's who's going to finish at the end in the conference tournament playing the best softball, and I really do feel good about that situation.
Each series you've played so far, you guys have won at least once. So there's a lot of positives, and there's also a little bit of frustration with that, where you know that you are good enough to beat the teams, and sometimes you can do it, and sometimes it's not quite there. What is the gap there?
The good thing is we are in every game, and I do feel like 1 through 9, we have a very potent, strong offense. And we have a strong bench also. So in practice, there are kids battling, fighting for playing time. So it really does create a great environment.
And like you mentioned, 1 through 9, your offense is very strong. And looking over the stats, the batting average for 6 out of 9 are over 300, which is crazy.
Yeah, that's a nice problem to have. We have some seniors really stepping up, and we have some underclassmen really having some great seasons. I think it just comes down to really making sure that we stay attacking and stay relaxed and confident. Alicia has done such a great job as a sophomore, really learning from a lot of her game experience last year, and I think that's paid off. And I really like how Bryden competes on the mound, and she just really attacks the strike zone, has good movement, and really is doing a nice job keeping the hitters off balance.
So you have three pitchers that you're using really frequently right now, and you guys have 3 games each time you have a conference tournament. So not only is it physically exhausting for the pitchers, for everyone, but the mental fatigue has to be something that's a constant battle too, and that's one of the harder parts of the game, I would think.
Yeah, with softball, when we play a doubleheader, sometimes it's like I tell them we really have to have a short memory. You can never count us out. I think we're really just trying to solve the problems 1 through 4 and 5, and if we can get them to really pretend that it's the 7th, I think we'll be in a good shape.
Absolutely. Watching these games this weekend, you're right. You never can count you guys out, because it seems like the 7th inning, it's like those girls are getting all of our heart rates up. Anyone watching that game is like, oh my goodness, there is a lot going on in the 7th inning, and there's always a lot of run production.
And we have been getting great at bats and great production in that 7th inning. We certainly, in yesterday's game had the tying run at second, and that's what you want. You want those tying winning runs on base, and we certainly had that. But now it's just we're going to really focus this week on playing inning by inning, and like I said, I have all the confidence in the world in 1 through 9. So it's really getting them to feel that regardless of how their last at bat was. And that's, that's the mental challenge of the game of softball too. That's the fun part about softball. A small fraction of it is physical and it's how you attack, but a large part is mental. And then we're really addressing that and, hoping to really come back with a good performance midweek. I think with NC State coming to town, that'll be a great test for us. Good pitching, and really to look forward to conference play this weekend.
And last but not least, you had a very special guest. Sue Enquist came, and I know that you have been really pushing to get her on campus, and we finally got it, and she was an amazing speaker, and those seminars with the student athletes were incredible.
Yeah, a big thanks to Kim Reckert and for really sealing the deal. You're right, Coach Enquist is just, one of the best motivational speakers, and as you heard her several times, she just is so enlightening and so motivational. And I just wanted our student athletes and our team to get to hear her and get to really see her passion. I said to some of my friends, I'm like, I think this is one of my top 5 days in my career. So I just can't thank Sue enough for coming.
Yeah, she really did have a great performance, and her asking about the Team 31. You are the 31st team, and you guys are certainly making your mark this year. I will be keeping up with you, as always, on the SoCon Digital Network, watching you guys play. Thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me today. We really appreciate it. That was the first segment of the Let's Go G's show for the spring edition. We have a lot to get through today. Next, we have tennis coming up, and we will close with golf when we get back.
You wouldn't waste money buying a snowblower in Miami, so why waste your money on overpriced lunches? Instead, for just $3 at Subway, you can get a delicious 6-inch sub made fresh in front of you. It's the $3 sub of the day, one of our best 6-inch subs, a different sub every day of the week for just $3. The sweet onion chicken teriyaki, the juicy oven-roasted chicken, the tender turkey breast. There's an irresistible sub for every day of the week. Subway, fresh is what we do.
As you can see, I have some company with me right now. Warren Bryant from the men's tennis team. A junior has joined me for the Let's Go G show. It's our spring edition. So you came back from them that last weekend and you guys had a victory. You both had a team and a personal victory. And then backing up a little bit, you guys also beat Charlotte on senior day. So you've been seeing a lot of good things in the last week leading up to the SoCon conference tournament. How are you feeling? How's the confidence level for you and for the team?
I'm feeling pretty confident. I think the team's feeling pretty confident too. We had a rough patch right before these past 2 matches, and it felt good to get some wins right before the tournament. So I think everybody's feeling good going into the last 2 matches of the season.
So I've seen a couple of your practices, and it really does seem like both you guys as a group of men and Coach Trevette, that you guys are constantly laughing and having a good time and working hard. It really seems to be a good bond that you guys have.
Yeah, I think one thing that's special about the tennis team is we all really like each other and we get along really well. It's funny because anytime we see another athlete outside of practice, they're always like, man, you guys are always cruising around together. And it's just great because we get to play around with a bunch of guys that we love every single day, and I think we all wouldn't trade it for anything.
So do you think that closeness that you guys have, is that because you have a small team, so it's natural, or is it really because this group of guys that came together really have a special bond and you guys just naturally get along so well together?
I think it's just a special bond. I think we all work pretty hard together. And it's kind of like if you think about just everybody being thrown into the fire together, you come out together on the other side closer. We've all worked really hard this year, last year, the past few years, and it really just brought us all closer together. When you go through so much stuff together, it really makes it easy to trust the guy next to you.
We had a guest speaker, Sue Enquist, come, and I filmed the whole thing, so I was kind of like creeping in the corner watching everyone, and she had a very funny line where she pulled up a huge photo of you, which I will show, and it was you just going, yeah, and like being really excited about something, and so she kind of like made fun of you in an affectionate way. What was your reaction when you saw that photo of you in that room?
Well, I'm usually not one to shy away from the spotlight, but I saw it up there in front of this room in front of everybody, and I was just like, oh gosh. Please don't, because I've always yelled really loud and get like pumped up on the court, and it's always been something I've been known for, so I try not to attract too much more attention to me off of it. But I guess she saw it and saw something funny in it, and it was pretty funny because she yelled at me really, really loud. So
what did you take away from her seminar with the student athlete?
The thing that I really got the most is she talked about how we've pursued excellence for our whole lives in our sports, and I've never really thought about that. It's easy to get caught up in the fact that maybe you had a bad day, but we've been working as hard as we can to get as good as we can be every single day for however long we've been playing our sports. And when you think about that, not many people get to do that. They don't think about getting better every day, and it's really something you can translate for the rest of your life because you've been pursuing excellence for a long time.
You're going up to Chattanooga, so does that message kind of help you relax and be like, hey, I'm going to SoCon championship, and I'm good. I've been practicing. I've been working on this step by step, and I feel confident.
Yeah, we've done everything we can do up to this point. Now let's just go out there and have fun. That's what the sport's for.
Well, thank you very much for taking the time with me. That is men's tennis. Warren Bryant, everyone.
Spring is in the air and at Subway restaurants with the Orchard Chicken Salad Sandwich. It's back for a limited time. Diced chicken mixed with sweet red apples, golden raisins, crunchy celery, tart cranberries, and creamy like mayo. As always, served on Subway's freshly baked bread. Get a 6-inch for $3 or a foot long for $5. A deal this good is bound to put some spring in your step, but it won't last long, so head to Subway today for the Orchard Chicken Salad Sandwich.
Welcome back to the Let's Go G Show, presented by the UNCG Alumni Association. Once again, I'm your host, Meg Sloggett, and I'm here with Sumaya Anand from the women's tennis team. Sumaya is a senior, and I'm actually going to ask you about being a senior. You had your last home match over the weekend, and how did it feel to be on that court for the last time?
Yeah, it was a bit sad, but at the same time, I enjoyed being there. Unfortunately, my knee was bad, so I couldn't finish the match. But other than that, it was good to be out there, and our team was really nice as well.
You have been in the training room a lot over the last 4 years, so you've had to deal with injuries, and like you said, you couldn't quite finish the match, but that atmosphere that your team is bringing to the court, is that helping you kind of get the motivation to get through those injuries and keep playing when you can?
Oh yeah, definitely. It makes me want to work harder to get back on the court, and then also, I get hurt a lot, but I seem to get over it, and then I'm out again, but then I'm back playing again. But it's nice, everybody's really supportive and sort of understanding, so it's very nice.
Well, and you seem to have the perfect attitude for it, because when you say I get hurt a lot, you immediately start smiling and laughing. So I think that most physical trainers and your coaches probably really admire that type of attitude and positivity.
They're probably annoyed that I just get hurt a lot, but to be honest, yeah. I mean, I take it how it is. I mean, there's a lot of people who are a lot worse off than me, so I'm just fortunate to be able to still be playing. So
you will be able to play this weekend at the tournament, the SoCon tournament against Chat, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, I'm excited to play. They're definitely a beatable team. So the girl that I'm playing with is extremely good. I've got to be on my A game. I've got to be moving like a cat, unfortunately. But yeah, hopefully it should be better by then. So.
Well, Sumaya, it was great having you on the show. It's nice to see you smiling the whole time. I can't wait to see how you guys do this weekend. That's all we have for softball and tennis for the Let's Go G Show. When we get back, we'll go straight to footage from men's golf, and then we'll have Janell Howland on the show when we get back.
Hi, I'm Barbara Corcoran. To sell your home on time for the most money, you need a sharp agent with a marketing strategy that creates the most demand. Bottom line, you need a partner willing to put their own money on the line for you. In Greensboro and Winston-Salem, it would be Jason Bramblett. He attracts hundreds of buyers and creates so much demand that Jason can guarantee if your home doesn't sell at a price and deadline you agree to, he will buy it. Partner with the agent I trust. Go online or call and get your home sold.
We've got an all or nothing mentality going. We've had a struggling last 2 weeks, and now we're just trying to prepare for this coming week, knowing we got to win, and knowing that this is it. If we win, we keep going. So we're doing whatever we can to prepare to make sure our game's sharp and ready to go for this coming weekend.
We've got a lot of motivation based on our performances the last 2 years. Came really close. Got a third and a loss in a playoff last year. I think everybody's ready to go. Me particularly, I was in the last group of that event. Coming down the last hole, a lot of pressure, and it was a lot of excitement built up for a big letdown. And that was like a year of feeling that disappointment. So I think we're ready to go now. We're all motivated. We're all in that playoff. We got that close and together, and we lost together, but I think we're ready to go win one this year.
We've all been there. We've only got one new guy on the team who wasn't a part of that starting five last year. So we've all been there, and we've all dealt with the adversity and dealt with the positives too. We've competed and we've won, and we've all had good rounds. So knowing that, we've got confidence to build on. There's nothing to be scared of. We can just go play.
So that footage you just saw from the men's golf team, all courtesy of Luke Martin, who went out there and got those interviews and brought you that update for men's golf. With me today is Janell Howland. Janell, thank you for coming on the show. It's nice to see you. I see you every morning because our offices are right next to each other, but it's nice to be outside.
It is. This is what I do every day.
Makes me wish that I'd picked up golf a little bit.
Yeah, well, we can go out and play.
We have the summer, so we'll have a lot of time coming up. Especially now you guys are actually done with your season. What do you think are the takeaways?
You know, we did a lot of really good things this year. If you take away kind of the team score as a whole and look at the individuals, we did a lot of really good things. You know, Savannah transferred in this semester. She came in and played every tournament for us, had the lowest tournament total at SoCon. So, you know, she stepped right in and stepped right up. So really excited about where she's going. She was only a freshman this year. You know, we have a really young team. So we only graduate 2, and we'll have 2 seniors next year. But overall, we've got a young team. And I'm just really excited about the future.
And so now that the season is over, what does the off season look like? I have no idea what happens in the summer, what happens in the fall, what some of that prep is like, and what do you do in that time?
I do a lot of recruiting, so I'm here and there. You know, I'll take some time off, have a little vacation, going on a cruise with my family this summer. So, you know, but we need time away too. The girls, most of them, you know, we can't require any of them of anything during the off season, but a lot of them will play in some tournaments. They're getting their tournament schedule set, and they'll also have vacations and just get to be a kid for the summer and then come back. And we don't start until the first day of classes, so we'll just get ready to go in the fall.
So is there a particular region of the country that you get a lot of your recruits from, or is it totally sporadic and like branched out everywhere?
It's a little bit of everything. We have a couple internationals. We have one now, one from Spain, Natalia, and then we've got one coming in next year from Germany. So we look international. We look right here in our own back door. We've got Kendall coming in from just down the road in Summerfield, so we're excited about that. So it's just kind of, you know, whoever comes in and fits in well with us and wants to come play for us.
Well, thank you so much, Janelle, for taking the time to speak with me. That is your Let's Go G show. We are completely wrapped up. Thank you for watching the show. As always, it is an enormous pleasure to have you. So next time, Luke Martin has the show in a couple weeks, but for today, we'll see you later.